So before I get started on cleaning the fans, I have to remove the 10 little screws on the back of the Mac. You can see, guys, I literally had to open up my Mac because the fan, which is located on the top left area, was making a lot of noise, and you can probably see why, because it is so dusty. So this whole thing has to be dusted off. Usually a nice clean brush. You can use a makeup brush, a paintbrush, but make sure it's brand new and clean at the very least. Very, very clean and dry. So all of that has to be dusted off. And this little part here, which has screws, and you can kind of see where they connect. That's all dusty right there. So what I'm going to do right now, this one back here also comes off. What I do to make sure I don't lose these tiny little screws, if you guys have like a little container such as I do, this is like an eyeglass repair kit. You're actually going to use the little suction thing here, and just be very careful as you're slowly gliding across the computer. And I'm going to use this little brush to kind of, wow, that's really deep in there. Kind of brush this off and clean it off completely. You can use a napkin as well, a very damp napkin. So right now, for the inside of the back cover of the Mac, I wanted to completely clean it out from the dust. So I took a very, very damp piece of paper towel, and voila, it's nice and clean. So before I can actually get closer to the fans, I need to unscrew the coverings, and that's what I'm doing right here. So as you can see, there are tiny screws I was able to kind of remove, and they were located like right there, my big finger. And as you can see, it's very dusty in there, extremely dusty. Just remember, move slowly. As you can see, that is incredibly dusty. So I'm gonna try to vacuum up as much as I can, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. As you can see, it's looking a lot better. Just take your time. Remember, don't lose any of your screws or anything like that. I'm gonna put those in a little case right now. I should have done that before, but for the most part, it's looking a lot better. These things right there easily pop off, and you can see how they are connected, and they easily go right back on. So all I have to do is put the screws back on. One more time, I'm gonna vacuum, and then I'm gonna close it, and then I'm gonna vacuum the outside, like where the keyboard is. So yeah, hopefully that noise stops. Putting things together, this little flappy thing, it's meant to kind of go over these wires here, just in case you weren't sure about that. And just kind of press it down. It's all good. So much better. All right, let's get this back together. Almost done, guys. I have a couple more screws to do. And I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna vacuum the keyboard. To vacuum these little pieces here. Don't worry, this is gonna close once I put the screw in. But these little components, these little outlets or what have you, don't forget to vacuum those as well and clean them. Just be very careful. All right, guys, so I put it back together. The back is already back on there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean up the screen. I'm gonna vacuum the keyboards, and then I'm gonna turn it on. Crossing fingers. So my biggest fear was that when I put the computer back together, it wouldn't turn on. So the power's on. You can see the lights on the keyboards. Kind of looked like it was going to turn on, but I'm still seeing maybe it's going to turn on right now. Yeah. So this is what happened when I try to do like a hard reboot. So what I'm gonna do, if I can, not working. I'm gonna try to shut it off again. And then reboot it. Okay guys, we're back in business. I finally got it to work.